Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with my buddy Corey, and we've got his 2022 GMC Sierra. This one has a 6.5 foot bed, and he's been looking for a tonneau cover. Now, Corey, you've been looking for a hard tonneau cover, but Oedro offered to send out a soft rolling cover.
Anything's better just to start, you know. Soft cover will keep stuff stowed away, so that way it's out of sight, out of mind.
So the last time that I installed one of these soft tonneau covers was actually on a like a 62 Ford Ranchero, and they didn't have nearly the technology that they have now. So this one comes with a whole rail system, everything attaches and rolls out, where before it was things like Velcro or snap buttons and things that you actually had to physically screw into the bed of the truck. So just looking at this, looks like we've got some weather stripping. They give you a light.
Yeah. There you go.
Soft roll tonneau cover, some installation instructions. Looks like we have the cover itself, some hardware. What are these, the rails?
Looks like it. Yeah, got the Velcro on there.
Oh yeah, and the rails with the Velcro. So we're gonna unbox all this stuff and we're gonna start installing. Okay, as you're unwrapping everything, you just wanna make sure that no sharp objects get near this. So it's the tedious task of just unwrapping everything carefully. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're cleaning up the bulkhead. This is where the seal's going to go. And just some 91% isopropyl alcohol, basically the same stuff that I use to clean my waders. And you know, it does an amazing job at getting rid of all residues and dirt and all that other stuff. So same thing goes for the side rails. Before you attach anything, clean off all your dirt, all the dust and debris. You wanna make sure that you have a nice solid seal so that air, other dust, and water isn't getting up underneath. So we just kept everything all rolled up. That way it just keeps everything nice and neat. Can't really see it, but there is a gap between the bulkhead and the bedroll itself. And so they sent us this, this weather stripping here. So we're gonna take this, if I can grab it. Yes,
he's good.
So we're gonna take this, it's just double-sided tape. We're gonna pull this up and we're gonna stick that underneath so that we take up that gap. I'm gonna take the dummy end here. Here, Corey, you wanna grab that end?
Gotcha.
All right, and I'm going to butt it up as tightly as possible with this section right here, and then we're just gonna pull it straight across, and then we'll cut it off on the other end even. All right, and then we're just cutting that off even with the side of the bed. And again, like I said, we're a little bit too long, but we smashed it in there. It is a warm day. It will shrink, it will expand and contract. Now, back to where we were already. So we're gonna stick this back over here. We've got a much tighter gap there. The way this is attaching here is you got a little nub here, and this is going to slide into this railing, just like that, right?
Looks like it.
And push it together. So it's a lot easier to see on this side, but you want the flap of material to come up and over, and then you want this Velcro to line up right on top of that other Velcro. All right, and our Allen wrench just goes right here, and we just tighten this up. So we seem to have lost the nut that holds this screw on over here, but you have to applaud a company that gives you plenty of spare parts, right? They gave us 2 extra screws, 2 extra nuts, and you know, that's basically saving us from having to go to a hardware store right now.
If you're really good at finding stuff, you find
did
it
you find
laying
it?
on the ground somewhere.
Nice. So now it's time to put these rails in. So with the rails in, it's a whole lot easier to get everything even. We're just running everything flush up against the side of the bed rails. They do come with these bed rail protectors. They're like foam protectors, but Corey, he's got his plastic covers on these, so we're not gonna worry about those. And so these are gonna slide and lock in. I'll show you that in a second, and then you just tighten them up by hand. Space everything evenly. Looks like we have 3 per side, and yeah, this is fairly straightforward. The instructions are pretty decent, but they're easy to follow if you don't have them. All right, so the easiest way to do this is just to run this up underneath first, and then it slides in, and this pushes up against this rail, and it actually goes up underneath it here. And then you just have this little wing nut, and we're gonna space these evenly. We got everything pretty snug. We're just gonna unsnap this here. As you roll it out, you can always go back and we'll make our final adjustments there. Because I don't know if we're gonna cover over the tailgate. but we did.
We made
First
it.
try.
Right?
Did you see that? That whole mechanism right there. How does that work? How do we get it loose now? Oh.
Oh, it's a cable.
Check that out, dude. It's got a lock.
A center.
But
Yeah.
you can't get to it unless you're inside your tailgate.
So it's secured.
So it's locked in there.
Yeah.
Right? We locked?
There it is. Yeah, it's not coming up.
All right, I didn't expect this. So we flipped this thing down, it locked into place. We do have a little bit of a gap right here on the tailgate, but maybe that'll settle down. But either way, we tried to roll it back up and we couldn't, right? And so we couldn't figure it out. So we let the tailgate down. And look, it's got this little safety feature here. You have to pull this down to release your latches on the ends here before you can roll this thing up. I think, Corey, one more of those strips, we don't have any left. But you can pick some of those up from the store
Some weather stripping
and seal this thing up 100%.
yeah. Only I'd have to make cuts on the where the secondary tailgate pops down.
Oh, I gotcha. We do have a little test strip here, and so we're gonna see if the idea that you could just go and get another roll of this stuff, you know, it's pretty cheap stuff, and you know, stick it on your tailgate, if that would solve the problem. So we're just gonna stick what we have left here, and then we'll pull it back off. But I just want to see how easy it's gonna be to actually shut the tailgate with it on. It's a lot better, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, that would stop moisture getting in if it went all the way down.
Yeah, because that flap it comes
Yeah.
back over it.
Uh-huh.
So you can see here how that piece of foam actually fits, right? If you just run it at the end of your tailgate, it takes up all this gap, and there's actually a secondary seal on the inside. And that would be the only way that you're gonna get this thing waterproof. That really is my only major gripe with this. Look how tight everything laid down. It cinches itself down. You can always come back over it. We got a little bit of a bow right here. You just grab it and pull it tight. About the only other thing that I see that goes on with a cover like this is, Corey, you wanna go ahead and roll this back yourself?
Let's see.
And I take that back. I thought you were gonna have a much harder time keeping that even when you're rolling it back.
Yeah, I was a little off, but I mean, that's something.
Yeah, but I mean, everything stayed tight. So the good thing about this one too is it has these crossbars that provide support. I didn't expect it to be like that. You know, everything rolls back out. What I would do is just roll it out and then
Come
at
over
the end,
here.
come back and just lift your edges. I do like that feature right there, man. That's nice. Just lock her into place.
There it is.
Yeah, and then you just, like I said, you can come back over, you got some little wrinkles or whatever.
Yep.
Not bad, dude. It looks pretty slick too.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
And you're right, that comes right up and over once you close
the
it.
Foam
I
would
didn't
be
have to do
perfect.
much at all.
About the only thing that I could see happening with that, and maybe you'd want to put your foam on the,
On the inside of this.
because then when you're hauling boards and things in your tailgate or anything's hanging on it, it's gonna chew up your foam.
Yep.
Well, Corey, what do you think?
I think it'll do the job. I think it wasn't bad.
You know, I definitely, it's a lot more secure than what I thought it was going to be. Just that little feature right there holding everything down. You know, somebody's gonna come up, even if they wanted to get into it, somebody's gonna come up and grab it
Yeah, it's a deterrent at that point.
And then walk away.
Right.
You know, a lot of times, you know, we're stuck on the side of the road. We're down fishing. We may be fishing for hours, you know, at a time. And some of the things that I worry about is if you just have stuff laying in the bed of your truck, people just walk over, they can grab it. So you stick it inside your truck thinking this is going to stop them, but they just break the glass because they can still see it. Right. Something like this, you know, you're not sure if you're willing to make commit a crime and risk possibly getting caught.
Those opportunistic
right.
You know,
the guys are just walking, just grabbing stuff.
Yeah.
So you could throw your simple things, your jackets, your extra fishing rods and things.
Yeah.
And not have to worry so much. You still got to worry.
You do, but I mean,
it keeps the honest thieves honest.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, you give anybody enough time, and they're going to break into your stuff.
Yeah.
Even with mine, right? I have a $2,000 Retrax Pro bed cover, and you can still get into that thing if you wanted. And my cover's not waterproof either.
Right.
You know, you have a better chance of sealing yours up than I do.
Yeah, I think from the edges. Because I've seen that review video you did, and you had a lot of stuff on the edge.
Yeah, a lot of stuff on the edge.
I think this will do really well there.
If you guys want to check any of that out, I've linked all those videos in this video here, and so you can go up. You know, you've probably seen them pop up as this video has been playing. If you have any questions or anything, make sure you put it in the comments. And again, I was not paid for a good review. This was just sent to me, and I told them I'd tell them what I think. So, you know, that's where we are.
That's what we think.
Right? So if you liked it, make sure you hit that like button. There's always a super thanks down below, and you can become a channel member if you want a little bit more. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, and if you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe.